Good morning, 10 a.m. in micro class. I'm Kyle Christopher.
I'm Hannah English.
And I'm Ashley Dodge, and Eric Eisenman is in our group too, but he hasn't really done anything for this whole project. So we're gonna get started and hopefully he'll show up at some point. The etiology of Pneumocystis pneumonia is that it's caused by fungal infection with Pneumocystis pneumonia, which is a unicellular yeast-like fungus.
What do we got? Clinical features. Shortness of breath, coughing, and a high fever. I think.
Wait, have you been coughing like that for a long time?
Yeah, about 2 weeks.
Have you been short of breath?
Yeah.
Have you been recently diagnosed with HIV?
How do you know?
You might have Pneumocystis pneumonia.
How would I have got that?
Well, it is transmitted by droplets once you become immunocompromised, which you would have become after you got HIV.
Well, how does it work?
Let me draw it out for you. Kyle, can you help me draw this out for Eric?
Sure. So this is gonna be little Eric. You can tell it's little Eric because he's frowning because he has Pneumocystis pneumonia. This right here, this is little Eric's hat. And it's a straw hat because he's a farmer from North Dakota, and that's what farmers wear when they're from North Dakota. So again, little Eric. This is gonna be little Eric's sheep, little Bobby. Little Bobby doesn't really mean anything in this presentation. I'm just really good at drawing sheep. Little Bobby's happy because little Eric has Pneumocystis pneumonia, and little Bobby doesn't really like little Eric, so this is little Bobby. This is gonna be little Eric's wife, little Judy. She doesn't really contribute much to the presentation either. She's just really beautiful. And little Eric lives on a farm, so he has lots of other farm animals, but I'm not very good at drawing anything other than sheep. So take it away, Hannah.
The fungus entered your body through the respiratory route.
This is the respiratory route. These are little Eric's lungs. I'm not very good at drawing lungs, but you can tell that they're lungs because they're red.
Trophic forms of pneumocystis organisms attach to the alveoli in your lungs.
These are little Eric's alveoli.
The fungus could have been dormant in your body for a while, but once you became immunocompromised, your body was no longer able to fight it off. Damages include changes in your alveolar arterial oxygen gradient, which lead to oxygen deficiency in your blood, shortness of breath, and changes in total lung capacity.
That could explain some of your symptoms, Eric.
Since there is no human-to-human transmission, there is no exit of the pathogen.
So how would I know if I have this disease?
Actually, it's diagnosed by the finding of P. giravechi in a sample of lung tissue or fluid, usually sputum. Ashley's back with your test results.
Yeah, I collected some of your sputum, which is from the phlegm that you coughed up earlier, and I sent it over to the lab, and I had them send me a picture of the microscopic image that they found. So this is your alveoli of your lung fluid, And these green circles are the fungus in your alveoli that are causing the damage. So the test that I just did was sputum induction, but we could have done a more invasive test like a lung biopsy, either transbronchial or open lung. But we already know that you're immunocompromised, so the sputum induction is probably good enough because we know that the fungus that's found in there would be causing the damage. And there's other tests that we could do like chest radiography or polymerase chain reaction.
So what can I do about this?
Actually, the disease can be treated with a prescription trimethoprim sulfamethoxazole. I actually have some here for you.
Oh, excellent.
The prescription should be taken for 3 weeks for infected patients, and side effects include nausea and a rash.
So what you guys are saying is, I have this disease and I can't get rid of it?
The only way to have prevented the disease is if you were not immunocompromised in the first place. If you had done your part of the project, maybe you would have understood that.
Thank you everyone for coming, and I hope you learned a lot about Pneumocystis pneumonia.